Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. For once, we're in something industrial. While we're working on something industrial. That's fitting in now, right? Anyways, were we there? No, we weren't there. So I have connected a train line because I've decided I do want this to remain at its own weird little angle, and it'll be okay. You'll see how I'll work it in as if I ever remember to download some new assets from the Steam Workshop. I'm gonna have like things that kind of make this look like a cargo area. Um, and then we can just like stack containers and stuff to kind of fill in the gap. Also need to download or re-enable the mod that allows me to paint terrain. The only other change I made other than the railroad, by the way, it goes into a tunnel and then kind of goes off that way and off that way. It works. It's weird. Don't question it. Uh, Trust me, you don't want to see. But the only thing I did was add a maintenance building to each area, just so I can get the storage efficiency up a little bit. I mean, I don't want to go crazy with adding in maintenance buildings because they occupy space, they take up money. They don't really give us that much more storage. So that dude's making some cash. That dude's making some cash. We are intermittently running into problems with people saying not enough buyers for goods and stuff like that. But that's just going to keep happening until we get the whole thing sorted out. So what we can do now is come in with this. We know where the ore area needs to end. Whoops. And we can get, let's go a lot smaller than that. There we go. We can get rid of a lot of the ore that we don't need. I clicked the wrong one. There we go. Let's put that back and get rid of this. There we go. And we can just get rid of all of this that is unnecessary. Perfect. Around through there, back through here. There's no actual raw resources. Oh, there are there, though. Raw resources are being mined from there, but not from over here. And definitely not back here, because this is all processing back here. So it doesn't matter if they're on top of raw resources. Really, only those 5 mines are all that really matter. But we'll go ahead and leave it in here just so the terrain's all kind of the same color-ish. And then we want to do the same thing with our zone. We want to come in and, you know what, we're going to temporarily do a thing here. We're just going to get rid of this one. I know it's going to break the industry for a minute, but it's okay. It'll be fine. Trust me. Trust me. There we go. So now we can come in through here with our little dot, expand this guy out and follow just the roads. That way it follows nicely around and isn't much bigger than we need. And it'll be nice and clean edges. And then we can paint in the middle. Fill in the middle, as it were. Whoops, cut off the road a little bit there too, but oh well. Right here will be a little bit of a challenge going out to sea, but we'll deal with it. So to there, and then up through here. Get all that in, get that guy in, and get this dude included. Right, like that. Color him in, color all that in, and then bring this out. Just kind of freehand here. Get that all in, and then go to our bigger one. So all these dudes that are now complaining about not being in an industry area are now in an industry area. Ta-da! And the ore area is no bigger than it needs to be. So awesome. That gets that taken care of. We'll eventually make this all look better. But today I want to kind of focus on something else for just a minute. We're down to 8% unemployment, so it means we're going to need more people. What I'd like to do is get this highway we talked about like 2 videos ago about making it kind of parallel to this so that it's a secondary way in, kind of like here. So this is the road that connects to over to there. This brings people in via the highway, and then we'll have like a tertiary road. Like this guy will kind of crook around a little bit. I don't know how yet, but we'll figure it out. So So I want to kind of redo this. And for that, I need to definitely pause the game. I know we've dealt a lot with this, but we're going to deal with it a bit more. Because I want to go ahead and get this to curve around to where I need it to be. And to figure that out, I'm going to just run a dirt road up here to kind of give me a general idea of where I want my highway to be. So about, so that's there. So yeah, about here. Oh, look up. Autosave. There we go. So about here will be fine, and then we should be able to make that curve no problem. Yeah. And then roughly this same gap, which is about 100. It's about there and there, and like that. So we need to get this to curve in to there. Awesome. So that just gives us the challenge of bringing this boy in. What's he need to be? A 4-lane? Yeah. So something like that. And this needs to just be trimmed back a bit. He remains a 2-lane. Let's go ahead and have him come a little straighter right here, and he'll start curving a little bit later. Not that late. Like about like that, but then this dude's going to curve in as soon as he can. And then the rest of this will be 4-lane. There we go. And we'll bring it down to a 3 and a 3. And then we can somehow bring those down even further into 2 lanes and a roundabout. But now they are lined up to that. And that doesn't look too bad. I think that'll work. I think that'll work fine. So let's get out of bulldoze mode. Let's flip this highway around. There we go. Yeah, you're dead end right now. That's why you're saying there's a problem. Because you're right, there's a problem. You don't go anywhere. And, you know, that happens. So then, coming off of this, I probably want a roundabout. So let's connect that in a straight line and try to get this roughly in the middle. Easier said than done. So it's not really perfect. Right there would be perfect. Which, man, no matter what, my grid's going to be off. So we're going to try to get these dudes to come into a 2-lane now on this. And just make this a divided road. Like that. And then a 2-lane highway. That does that and does that, and then flip him around like that. Cool. And then here, just for the sake of getting a roundabout built, this might be suicide down here, so I really don't have room to build a roundabout there without redoing a whole lot of stuff. So let's hope for the best, shall we? 40, probably maybe a little bit bigger. And we want it to be 3-lane highway. Done. Cool. And now industry has access to highways as well. So let's run this across just to brace this up. And also so that I know where this needs to go. Cool. And now we have a roundabout. Just like that. And then let's make sure our roundabout is set up the way we want. And then for now, we are going to stick to the general rules. If it turns out I need to adjust it later, we can. But that works for now. And then we should, hopefully, start seeing industry take advantage of this highway connection instead of just this highway connection. Man, I really hope that doesn't become nasty clogged. If it does, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because I don't really have room to fix it. I guess I could move that there, back up here or something. And move that as well and give myself a room for a little roundabout. Yeah, we're already seeing cars come in. Oh, we do not want that though. Yeah, let's do some lane management here. Look, guys, give me that. There you go. Yeah, that's all you're allowed to do. And here, let that figure that out. Let that figure that out. Nice thing about this tool is it will kind of help you figure out your lanes all on its own. There it goes. Nice, that'll work. So now we've got some good lane discipline. These guys can cross over to that outer lane, which doesn't really do them much good because it still forces them to go there. Oh well, we'll just have to go around and roundabout a whole lot of times. Yeah, so we've already got some of the ore industry and other trucks coming up this way, so hopefully this does not become a choking point right here. I don't think it will, because again, we're about to smack down a bunch of industry buildings out here. I'm probably going to try to do offices and commercial and residential in this area. Not the high-tech stuff. This will be like the grimier side. Not that there are grimy looking buildings in this game, but that's the general idea. So let's get this so that it's on. Hello? Why are we not snapping the nodes? Why is that not a thing we do anymore? There we go. Bring that up just so I know where this is going to connect. Bring that up. It really doesn't look square, does it? I guess it is, though. Something about it just looks off to me. And then it's a matter of figuring out how we want to distribute these guys. So, like, he needs... I don't even know how to read all that, honestly. So what I'm going to do is put in a couple big strips of road back here, just long enough to start plopping these dudes down so I can see what they need, and then we can kind of like play Tetris and figure out, you know, how we space all these to make them efficient in our area, as well as have buildings that need similar things close by. So we're just going to put them all down. Well, actually, there's more over here. Got some little ones. We got some big ones. Yeah, they're going to complain for a minute, but it's okay. And then I think this last one, yeah. Nope. That should be the last one. Hey, I unlocked an achievement for that. So good. Yes, very good. So we've got... crops, paper, petroleum, plastic. Plastics, glass, metals, animal products. Timber, plastic, glass, metals. Plastic, glass, metals. So these two should be... where was that? That was plastic, glass, metals on two. There. Okay, so what I want to do is now start, like, subdividing these guys out by need. So you need plastic, glass, and metals. You need plastic, glass, and metals. Granted, I know that this guy needs a fourth thing, plain timber, but we're getting there. So you need plastics. You need plastics. You need paper plastics. You need paper plastics. Everybody needs plastic. Everybody needs plastics. Ooh, okay. You use plastic, glass, and metals and animal products. So let's pull things that require animal products, because crops and farming are all going to be down this way. Paper plastics, crops, petroleum plastics. You kind of be in the middle here. And then you would be more down towards that end. And then these dudes... kind of in the middle-ish, because they require things from both ends. So we'll just kind of like make a middle-ish. You require more stuff from that end, though. So let's swap these two. And again, this is just a general guideline right now for me to know what needs what. That's all I'm doing. This is obviously not how they're going to be on some dirt road out in the middle of nowhere. Can you imagine that traffic? Oh my God. Now, who was the dude that I needed to move? This guy. Cool. Cool. So that's generally what needs to be close to what. Come on, go away. Go away, little road. Autosave. Okay, that's why. Because remember, we're going to do farming and forestry down this way. Probably do farming closer to here, forestry back up here by the mountain. I just think that would be our way to go with that. So, you guys, you are definitely 100% these guys. Like, these are your people. So what we're going to do is bring you a road and bring you in right there and then flip you around. And then this is going to start the plastics, glass, and metal storage area with some decent sized warehouses. In fact, I'm wondering if we should just use the big ones. What's the price difference? Quite a bit. We're not going to use the big ones. How many trucks do you have? 30. 40. Yeah, it's not worth the price difference. So 1, 2, 3. I need a road right there. Like that. It's not going to come all the way over though. And then we're going to flip these to follow that road and be down here at the end. So they're not like in the way of traffic and stuff. And then this dude is going to go like right there. So you need plastics, glass, and metals. So you are, whoops, you are plastics, you are glass, you are metals. And again, all that's being made right over there. It's not that far for these dudes to have to go. That distance should be okay. Am worried about the traffic. Very worried about my traffic that's going to be coming through this road. We're just going to have to keep an eye on it. All right, so my next guy that needs plastics, glass, and metals kind of also needs some planed timber. So we would want him to be more this direction or maybe even off of this direction. I guess he could go in here and we could have like plain timber storage off of a road right here. Though, do I really want a four-way intersection in the middle of all this? I don't see what it'll hurt. So we can bring like our planed timber in back here. It's gonna be an odd turn for that to go out, but we can do planed timber, and we may as well do our paper products over here as well. That way all those trucks are kind of going to the same spot. And I wonder if we shouldn't do our petroleum over here. I mean, just a weird spot for it, but we could throw petroleum in here. Cool, and that kind of fills in that gap nicely. So who else do we have? You're now paper and plastics, so that's cool. Your crops, paper, petroleum, plastics. So you're kind of a 50-50, but I'd want you more towards the side. And then you guys all need to definitely be more that direction. So more out here. So as we start working that way, let's see, who do we want to bring in next? That's kind of small boy here. Like we could probably just do him. Actually, paper, plastics. Paper's going to be right there. Plastics is just down the road. So he works really well right there as just his own little guy to fill that in. We've got a big gap here, but we'll fill it in with props and other stuff. Crops, paper, petroleum, plastics. How big are you? You're a pretty big boy. You can fit there nicely, though. And give us a road. I don't know if these dudes are going to be enough to supply all of these factories. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. This is kind of an experiment. I'm doing this a little bit different than I normally do. Oh, that got you water? And that got you water? Do you guys all have water now? Yep, you just don't have supplies. Okay, cool. Well, you should be getting those because with this right here, this dude can now ship these from over here until I get my own section. They can ship by train. So they've got this right over here delivered to. And then that train goes right here through a couple tunnels underneath there. And then there is a tunnel right here that allows them to go swoop right out that way. At least I think there is. I hope there is. I hope I remembered to let the train going that way get out. I think I did. Yeah, I did. I remember. So then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to go. Let's see. Who do we want to do next? Maybe another big boy? Or maybe we could do a couple small boys in there. Paper, petroleum, plastics. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Same with you. But crops are going to be more out towards this end. So let's have you go like here. That's a good spot for you. What's my traffic looking like? So far, it's okay. But I just don't have... I'm not optimistic that it's going to stay that way. Wow, 2 industry areas was enough to bring our unemployment down 14%. That is nuts. I can maybe do some more on the other side of this roundabout. But I'd rather not. I'd rather have like forestry chucked in there and farming right here than have a massive, huge area. Okay. Or should I... You know what I should probably do is maybe a second round of these dudes. Because look how full these are getting already. I mean, they've got enough trucks to supply these dudes. It only takes 1 truck to fill him up with what he needs. Like, that's it. 1 truck can fill that dude up. This guy's been running fine forever. Every once in a while he runs out, but for the most part, he's just making us cash. These guys are now causing the city to lose a lot of money because they're expensive. Very expensive. But if I turn them off, they won't get their supplies. Let's help out this intersection a bit. There we go. That should have solved that issue. It did. Cool. Roundabout flowing smoothly. Just don't want that getting backed up onto the highway. So you guys turning left are really a big problem. But you have to turn left to go back there, right? Is that what you're telling me? I could make this one way through there going out. All right, let's get these other factories in place. So we've got another big dude that is... It's actually more of this stuff than these are. So let's line him up on the big road here. The only reason I'm not using this road... Oh, no, it does have a median. Okay. Can they cross over that? No, there is actually a divider there. Okay, yeah, I want this nasty looking industry road. I didn't realize there's a median in this. I don't want it here because we're going to be going up against offices and stuff. But here I want just this grungy, nasty dirtiness. Grungy, nasty dirtiness. This big car factory is going to come sit right here. Or maybe even down here. Right on the water's edge. Ooh, I like that. We can just fix this little corner right here real quick. Just come in with our leveling tool, grab that, and just go. And now you never even knew it was there. Unless you watched this video and then you're like, dude, you totally put that there. I saw you. So we'll have storage kind of like we have here, but on this end for our just our animal products actually. So we've got we did plain timber twice. Crap, paper. So petroleum, plain timber, metals, glass, plastics. Cool. So I've got 4 more that I want to place. I don't know what I just did. Somehow I clicked traffic routes. There we go. So this dude sticks out this way. So we can get him like there. He sticks out in a similar fashion. So we could put him like there. Bring this road on out. Whoops, wrong thing. Bring this road on out like that. And then we've just got a long boy here that I'm hoping if I put a road here, he'll fit. Like if I go right, like where he would be. Yeah, right there. I don't think that's going to fit. Oh, beautiful. And then we've just got this one dude left that can just go like, oh, he tucks into that corner so perfect. Oh, it's like he was made to be there. Look at that. Cool. Granted, some of the windows just look back on the other factory, but my God, we just fit in every single factory, well, except for the few that we already have in other parts of town. But we just fit them all in one little area. So I think what I'll do is do my storage up in here. So we'll have this coming out like that. And we'll have this come up. And then, okay, so we need crops and all the animal product stuff. So how many more do we need? Let's see. Because crops actually have to go in a barn. So we need 1, 2, 2. And then we need a big warehouse to store everybody's factory products. We got a big one. So that's kind of cool. Because, like I said, the crops go in a barn. So we only need 2 of these. So we've already got paper. We've already got timber, right? Paper, timber. Well, paper, timber. And then we've got petroleum and plastics. And then we've got metals and glass. So yeah, we just need 2 of these dudes. So do like this. And then I want... Is that where I want those to be, though? Yeah, it'll be fine. We'll put that there. We'll move you over a little bit. We will make you animal products. We will make you flour. And then we can throw in just a few big barns. That's the only place you can store crops, is in these dudes. And these barns hold the most. So we'll just throw in like 4 of those barns. And that should hopefully give us the supply that we need. Get some water run out here. And that should be good for you. And man, we could maybe even begin our farm like here, possibly. But for now, we're going to clean that up, clean that up, and clean that up. It's going to be a while before all these dudes get all their supplies, but now that this is connected by train, both our farming area and our forestry areas that are over that way can start shipping stuff over here by train. It'll take a while to get that all updated. But we've got a heap ton of manufacturing over here in a fairly compact space. The only thing is we need like this guy, but we need him to have pretty easy access to over there. So I'm worried that he's too far from because unique factory products will need to be exported or delivered. I'm a little worried that he might be too far from the roundabout or too far from over there, but if so, what we could do is maybe swap this over here and that's over there, and maybe even give him a shortcut into there, so that he can do his exports. So yeah, this kind of works. We even have a little bit of room out here by farming that we could even do some fishing industry if we really wanted to. And because we're so far over here, we could get some shellfish and do the anchovies both. A little too far out this way. So this is going to allow me to do one of the things I wanted to do, which is turn a lot of this into residential and commercial and offices here on like this beautiful peninsula that's sticking out. Actually, it's an island. It is just barely an island. Cool. And we'll eventually get the big airport back in. Don't worry. For now, we just don't need it. How many people are coming in for tourism? Nobody's riding that poor thing. Real quick, just want to do a glance at our mass transit at some of our busier lines. Been a minute since I've gone through and rebalanced them all. So, yeah, everything still looks good on that one. Let's just look at this next busiest one. Because it has way less vehicles, but almost as many passengers. It's solid. So if those two are good, that's good. This is trolleys. Should be fine. Nobody really rides them. Yeah. In fact, we could probably cut down a lot on the number of vehicles and it would still be fine. But they don't cost that much, so... back to here, into here. This is where we have lots of riders. But we have so many cars in circulation that it's fine. Like, there's constantly a train. Like, just constantly a train at almost every stop. Only these that have pretty big gaps, and then nobody wants to ride there anyway. Wonder why. Weird. So then go back in, and then we've got the one ferry line that, it's fine, whatever. It's okay. And then we don't have jets. I mean, air transport, what, helicopters? And it doesn't show us the people riding the... what's it called that we have over here? What is this thing called? Where even is it? Oh god, I've lost it. There it is. Skyway, tram, cable car. 184 people a week ride that. Pretty popular. Surprising. This park does okay, doesn't it? Or not. It's had no visitors this week. Well, that's kind of sad. For as much traffic as is up here, how are they... Well, what? Why are these people all riding that thing if they're not going to the park? The national park extends down to here, too. It's very peculiar. There's a ton of tourists to go to riding stables. Anyways, we'll figure it out eventually. But until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.